how did I up my life this bad? Do you ever feel like you're cursed? I've been on this job hunting unemployment thing for like 7 months now, and just when I thought things were starting to look up for me, June came out swinging. I was actually starting to feel better. The thing nobody really talks about when it comes to unemployment is how much of an absolute mind it is, and how absolutely shitty you feel about yourself. It's real hard not to feel like it's you when, in fact, it is you. I mean, not in a personal sense, but you are giving people your resume and they are deciding whether or not they like you enough to hire you. It also doesn't help when you go through the recruiting process, go through 2, 3, 4 interviews for a company, only to have them ghost you. But I think the worst was one of the in-person interviews I went on, where I thought everything had gone super well. I loved the office, I loved the vibes, everybody was so nice. I went for an initial interview, I went back the next day for a job shadow and was told that I would hear back by Monday. And Friday, I received a text message breakup. To say that sucked would be the world's worst understatement, because I literally spent the entire day in my pajamas sobbing in bed. One thing I've noticed is that nobody really talks about the emotional and psychological impact of spending any length of time job hunting, but especially more than half a year. The last 7 months have easily been one of the worst periods of my life. I'm grateful that my friends let me whine and complain to them. And really, they were the only things that remotely helped me feel better. I was stuck between I can't even get a basic job and how did I up my life this bad? And even though I felt better after my trip, I once again learned the hard way that I was burned out. Every time I got ghosted or rejected, I poured more of my effort and my energy into art. I put so much pressure on myself to make this thing work that it stopped being fun. And that was the entire point, was for this to be fun, was for this to be something that I could do while job hunting, while waiting to see what else was out there. And when you're not having fun doing stuff, it becomes even harder to do it. So I backed off and I got back into painting and I tried to make a consistent sketchbooking habit. I did manage to finish my 4th sketchbook a couple of weeks ago before I got sick, but starting a new one felt pretty impossible. And yeah, for a couple of weeks after my trip, I felt pretty good. It finally felt like I was having fun again before everything kind of went to hell. There was a medical crisis, which resulted in one of my family members being unable to drive for the next 6 months. My estranged mother came for a week visit, and one of her former coworkers told her about my job loss, which was definitely the text message I wanted to receive that day. There were additional familial issues the following week with a different side of the family. And then I got COVID. I've worked in healthcare for the last 5 years, and I have spent the last 5 years dodging this COVID bullet. And all of a sudden, I get taken out by New York City street pretzels. I shouldn't insult the pretzels. It was not their fault. My dad brought it back with him from New York. It was his fault. Like, I totally must have pissed off some Greek god or something, because if that wasn't enough, I actually managed to get a job right before I got sick. On the bright side, at least I don't have to job hunt anymore because I have acquired a job. And now that I am working and earning a paycheck again, I'm hoping that making art and painting and making videos gets to be fun again, because I really miss having fun. And as a millennial, I'm not really sure what constitutes fun anymore, because my entire childhood was spent being an adult, and now that I have adult money, I feel guilty about trying to have fun. I also manically rearranged my room in 24 hours with the help of one of my great friends, who has also done all of the layouts for the art that's on my walls. There's still a lot of work to do. I really want to embrace dopamine decor as much as I possibly can. I'm hoping as I rest and recover that some of the ungodly stress I've experienced starts to ease a bit, because now I have a job, I don't have to worry about money because at least I have something coming in. Despite having a lingering cough, I think that I might actually be over COVID. And so the only thing now is me trying to take it easy. Did I have surgery the week I went back to work? Yes, I did. Was that a great plan? Probably not. And yeah, that's also why my eyes are a little bit bloody. So anyway, I'm back and I am determined to make this channel fun and have a good time. Because what else have I got going on? Honestly, the amount of anxiety I had around filming this video was ridiculous. I'm just a girl who wants to make art and share it with the internet. Look at my sharks. I think this one took me so long because I tried to script it and it sounded bad. And I was really worried about sounding petulant. And even though I knew it was important to admit to how bad job hunting makes you feel, because honestly, this is what I was looking for the last 7 months, was just someone who understood and somebody who could commiserate and somebody who wasn't just, oh, well, you've got to keep trying, but also acknowledged that it sucks. It sucks a lot. Part of me still feels like this is admitting to a failure. It took me 7 months to finally find a job. And yeah, it's not my dream job, but it's a job. And all I really want is the income. I'm gonna try not to make myself crazy at this one. And hopefully it allows me to pursue some of my other goals, like moving out of this house and out of this state. I just wanna draw and make silly things. If you want to see my sketchbook from Greece and hear about all of the cats I pet, you can check out this video here. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.